Okay, guys, I've got a big update slash confession about the new free-to-play account. Hello, everybody. I'm Roadblock. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video, and we are on the new free-to-play account. A lot of stuff to talk about. First and foremost, let's get the big thing out of the way. You can see I didn't log in for a period of time. Listen up. I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril, as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. I've been very busy. My wife just had surgery. It's fine, routine, like not a concern. She likes her privacy. I'm not going to go into more details than that, but that did happen. And so I was occupied, managing that, being available for that. And then we had Clan v Clan, right? So Clan v Clan took up a ton of my time as I made sure that I hit my desired goals on both accounts. And it was a lot harder this time around. Why was Clan v Clan harder this time around? Because I also had to do Ice Golem as part of it. And Ice Golem, if you don't know, takes a very, very long time. Well, depending on the power level of your account, but on my account, it takes me a lot longer to do Ice Golem than, say, Spider. I get Spider done in 15 seconds. Ice Golem takes 2-3 minutes sometimes, depending. That was a little frustrating. It was busy, time consuming. And my computer, as good as it is, or it was, I should say, is now starting to have a difficult time managing to have too many versions of Raid up and running. And when I have major priorities like Clan v Clan, it could be difficult for me to manage to do that. So rather than force it on myself and put myself through a really taxing situation, I just stepped away, right? So that's part of what I'm confessing today, but I have a very big update, and this just happened minutes ago, where I joined my clan, right? And I said I wasn't going to do this. I want to explain why I'm doing it, but I also want to explain the advantages that I'm going to get from it and that you're not going to have. So let's kind of break it down, okay? Why did I do this? Well, this is the same problem I ran into with the free-to-play challenge last year. When I was in my clan on the 3rd account, it was really easy. It was really easy because I could keep tabs on the goings on in my clan. I could keep tabs on my scores in CVC without having to swap back and forth between accounts. I can just look and be like, oh yeah, I'm still running. I'm at 200K, right? It's still running Spider or whatever, right? So it was frustrating to try and do CVC and have this 3rd account that I kept being like, okay, I need to go play that, but I need 10,000 points from this. Oh man, the fusion. I got to make sure I finish this. And I was doing stuff right up until an hour left on the fusion. Maybe not an hour. That might be an exaggeration, but I was doing things for quite a while into the night to complete and make sure I did the what do they call them now? The gear hunters, because I was able to do, well, it took me way longer than I wanted to complete Ice Golem, and then I had to go get my Clan v Clan points, and I just did Spider because it was faster, and that got me points towards gear hunters as well. So I did a lot of grinding. Could I have skipped gear hunters? Yes, there's surplus of points in this particular fusion, but I don't like doing that. I like to just kind of skip on the back end rather than on the front end, because it's better for me. Like if I miss something, if I skip something early and then miss something late, that's either money out of my pocket on the main account or on my main free-to-play, the OG free-to-play. That's not money because I just don't get the fusion. And that's even worse, right? So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I had to put myself back into my old clan. Now let's talk about why that is a bit unfair relative to those of you that may be starting up your own account right now and trying to get a feel for what you should be doing and how you should be playing. It's unfair because I now have access to a plethora of resources. Now, can I afford them? No, I cannot. But I have access to it. So I already have Yokarl unlocked, for example. Yannika's already unlocked, I think, in the default one. But I have... think about what can be in these slots. So we have up till slot 12, right? So you can see in slot 6, Yannika, there would be materials for relic stuff. But the real ones come down to slot 9, which is potentially books in a rotation. Slot 10, which is a void shard. I think I said we're up to 12. Slot 12 being 6-star artifact or epic materials, or right now it's a 5-star chicken. And which slot is it that is... Yeah, so slot 9 is also 5 or 6-star killstroke, which I used as an advantage during the challenge, because killstroke gear is really valuable early on. It increases your damage quite a bit, and it gives some speed and such. So I now have an advantage before me, right? And I just want to be upfront and transparent about any advantages that I'm giving myself. So is a clan of the level of mine going to take in a brand new account if the leader is not the, or if the clan leader is not the same owner of said new account? No, right? There's no incentive. If I had somebody at my player level that I'm currently at on the free-to-play apply to my clan, it's an instant rejection, right? So it's a little bit unfair. I just want to be transparent about it, but it's easier for me. And I weighed the decision, right? What are my options? Well, my options are, number 1, put in the clan. Number 2, don't do the free-to-play video anymore. And that would be really unfair, especially since for you guys, only a handful of episodes have even come out regarding the free-to-play. Now, that's better for me and my quality of life personally. So that is kind of what I wanted to talk about mostly in today's video. Now, let's give an update. Where are we at, right? Well, not too much has changed. We haven't pulled any shards, but we did get a void shard today, which is really good because tomorrow I can pull said void shard. 1 void shard, is that going to be a huge, big difference? Probably not, but it is a 2x event, and that will be a very good time for me to pull that void shard. At 27 ancients, which means should be 2 weeks from now, then we should have an ancient 2x, at which point I'll pull my ancients, and that will be really cool. So that'll be a big chunk of voids pulled, and hopefully we can get some solid epics to really kick us up into high gear. But my next goals, now this is where the teaching portion comes in, right? I don't want this to just be a series of videos where I tell you what I've done. I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys advice and coaching and helpful tips and tricks for free-to-play players of all levels. Whether you are somebody that has played even less than what I have now played on the account, or somebody that has gone crazy and has, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6 stars already, right? There's always advice that can be given that can really kind of drive what's going on. So one thing I did see, by the way, real quick, on this video, please comment if you have any questions related to free-to-play. What were your biggest, tips? What would you say about X dungeon? What would you say about clan boss? Blah, 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 blah. Right? If there's something you want to know, put it in there, because that's where this video, or this comes from. Now, I saw a comment the other day, and I apologize, I did not clip it to put you on the screen, but they asked, how did I already have a 6-star? How did I get Wukong 6-star so fast? So I'll break it down. I leveled them both to 50. One of the great things about legendaries is that they're very easy to level to 50. And level 50 champions are no slouches. I can't swap over because I'm not using RSL Helper right now. But over on my other account, I have some champions that have been 50 for a very, very long time. I still, going back all the way to my, well, maybe it's my free-to-play that I have it. But on my free-to-play, I have a War Maiden that's level 50. Doesn't get used anymore, but never needed to go beyond 50, right? And I know for a fact that on my Ogren tribe, I have a really, really good Ogren, which is Claude, also at 50. I did Faction Wars with Claude at 50. So There's nothing wrong with level 50 champions. They can be quite effective for you. Now, you don't want to do that with your like best champions, right? I'm not going to run an Elva at 50. That's nonsense, right? She's so much better at 60. But for champions that are filler or temporary or transitional champions that are going to get you to your next spot, you can absolutely throw in a few, just keep them 50. It makes a lot of sense. So I could see like Fayne may only ever stay at 50 on this account. Maybe even Tagoar. I think Grunch is a great candidate for a level 50 because Grunch is Ogren, which is a difficult faction war area, but Grunch also has some value in their kit early game. So very, very early, we have a full cleanse, right? With the continuous heal. That can be very valuable in certain fights within this game. I'm thinking Doom Tower specifically, or Spider, or Hydra. Even that cleanse, albeit on a 4-turn cooldown, if I even bother to book them, goes a long way, right? So that is something that I could really see myself using Grunch, but I don't need, if I'm only using him for a cleanse, I don't need to go beyond 50. 50 seems just fine. Uugo is still somebody that I would put at 60 because I'm going to use Uugo all the way to the end game for sure. And depending on what my pulls become, well, that's when you may start to see some champions that I don't go to 60, right? Or say, I said 50, but Uugo is a 60. I want to be clear about that. I think I said 50 on accident. Uugo is a 60. But Tagoar might be a 50 because maybe I pull somebody better along the way and Tagoar's value falls behind a little bit. You don't have to 6-star every single champion that you get. And that's a tip right there for you guys. Really make sure that you're investing in champions that are going to last you for a very, very long time. I still use Sun Wukong on both of my main accounts to this day. So I know that Sun Wukong is somebody that's going to go late into the end game. I might actually leave Kale at 50 this playthrough, which sounds really crazy to say, but realistically, I kind of feel like that's a not the worst decision. I mean, I have my wave clear in Sun Wukong, and when it comes to Kale, like, Kale brings a lot of poisons, but I also am bringing a lot of poisons. So this is just a thought. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Right now, I just need to be leveling food. That is my next big step. The other focus for me is now going to be clan boss. One of the benefits of coming over to the clan that I'm in now is that hard dies every week. And it's very possible that I could also use a spare key and kill normal for myself. That's very beneficial because that other clan that I was in, they weren't killing easy or normal. And they were rotating people through that clan daily. So as somebody would leave, they would open, it would get recruited, and then somebody new would join. And it was just constantly cycling people. Here, I have ways to communicate and so on and so forth. I'm not high enough level, nor will I likely be for the next siege. Although, if I start grinding and using my energy regularly, I should be able to get caught up. If I can get a team in siege, those are massive advantages for me. Like, I can't even begin to put into words how much of an advantage that would be for me. So that'll be fun. I'm really excited to see what I can do if I can cheat just a little bit. So there you have it. Clan boss is my next focus. Not all champions need to be 6-star. Clan boss should be your primary focus. One last little side tip about clan boss. This is something that people overlook very, very often. When it comes to clan boss, you have a boss with a lot of HP that does AoE attacks and has a stun. In the dungeons, there's a boss that does AoE attacks and has a stun, and that's Dragon. Whatever your clan boss team is your Dragon team. And that's a very important thing to understand because Dragon is one of the best dungeons to farm in the game. Now, do you want to always farm Dragon only? No. We can talk about farming and when to farm and why to farm. Put that in the questions if you'd like to know that, and I can do that in a future video. But Dragon is a good dungeon to do because you get accuracy gear, which is good, speed gear, which is some of the most important gear. I still use a ton of speed gear on my endgame accounts. Lifesteal gear, which is just going to give you more versatility in your teams. Toxic gear is actually pretty useful on certain champions. Destroy gear has its benefits in the early game when you need to destroy enemy max HP, but you don't have a champion that has it in their kit. And the rest of them, maybe not so much. Stalwart gets a little bit of a shout out, but really there's better than that. But that has, in comparison, some of them, like the most pieces of gear that are very, very useful. And the dungeon is easy, right? The dungeon is relatively easy compared to a dungeon like Fire Knight or Ice Golem, where Ice Golem hits really, really hard. And as I mentioned, can take a very, very long time in the late game even. Fire Knight has a difficult mechanic in getting the shield down. Dragon is just a big boss, do damage, don't die. Pretty simple, and you can likely get to a stage where you're farming it at a pretty reasonable level gear-wise. If I could get to stage 13, and I probably could attempt to do that right now, but I want to save my energy for more pressing matters. That's good. Plus, the gear that comes out of Fire Knight, yes, there's a shield set, which is really good. Yes, regen is good. Stun set has its uses. And Savage, of course, is incredibly strong. But I don't know that I would really use anything else in this particular rotation. And even regen set is good for certain characters with certain builds. A stun set is good for certain characters with preferably A1, AoE, A1s, right? The shield set is good, but also presents some potential drawbacks versus some other gear sets that might be better. For example, a speed set might be more valuable on your support champion than something like a shield set, which is great for arena and some other areas of the game, but that shield will fall off. That shield will get like stolen off. It'll get damaged away, right? So, you know, it's good, but not amazing. Savage, of course, is always good, but you got to get it, right? And it's a hard dungeon. And then for Ice Golem, I mean, really very little that I would use in here. A reflex set with the right champions makes a lot of sense. Cursed set. I know a lot of people that use a cursed set in Hydra. I am not one of those people. Retaliation is so-so. And then, I mean, pretty much everything else, not interested in. Provoke, not interested in. These sets, not interested in. So, yeah. So, but Dragon's a great place to farm, and it's one of the better places to use your energy overnight if you're using RSL Helper, like I've said in the past. So, those are my plans. So, right now, I need to buckle down. I need to get this energy out, use it all up, and then overnight tonight, probably run some Dragon or the Event Dungeon. The Event Dungeon is a little bit better because the Event Dungeon also gives me accessories, which I need too. So, it's kind of a two bird, one stone kind of thing. But we are back. I apologize for me kind of slacking and missing a good reward as well. That's pretty punishing. You know, that speed, it's not a speed glyph, it's not an attack glyph, I think it is. Would have gone a long ways. So, yeah. Well, we'll call it a video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will keep you guys updated as I kind of get back into the run of things with this account. As always, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. It is the best way to support my channel, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Take care.